Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, and welcome to these new videos this morning. And we're starting off with Bitcoin. We're going to do a full update here on Bitcoin. We've had a pretty good day. I mean, personally, trades are going good, investments are going good. But then if we take a look at Bitcoin, it's been lagging behind a little bit. All right. So I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about the possible implications that has, possibly on the markets, because we already said this yesterday. But yesterday, and by the way, the audio is bad again, I know. But hopefully it's bearable. But yesterday, we already knew that most action was happening with the altcoins. Like the Bitcoin dominance is falling down, altcoin indices are doing great. So that's all great. However, Bitcoin itself, look, I would say we have defended the bullish breakout we had after the news on Thursday very well, right? So Thursday we got the news that crypto would be incorporated or would be allowed for American 401k investments. And then outside of that, by the way, the other fundamentals continue to do great as well, right? I mean, the S&P 500 is obviously closed today, but this saw a great recovery after a bit of a pullback on Thursday. But Thursday, when the equities found support, and that already caused quite a lot of bullish pressure for Bitcoin as well. The Coinbase Bitcoin price at this point of time is at a premium, I believe, but it's a little bit of a mild premium. So that's, again, like I said, there's a lot of momentum going into Ethereum and altcoins right now, and not necessarily Bitcoin. And I do also think that there are some things here with Bitcoin that make me a little bit skeptical still about this bullish breakout, right? Because what we saw on Thursday, and that was what I was talking about on Thursday after the news, we saw a beautiful reclaim of Bitcoin here of this level right here at 116,000, roughly, right? It's the area around that, but still. So that was great, all right? That was great. We did that with quite a lot of momentum. We did that with quite a lot of volume. And so far we have respected that. So I would argue that that's real. But then you can see that one of the most respected levels, let me adjust my camera real quick. One of the most respected levels for Bitcoin before, so in July, was this level right here at 117.3, which is also confluent with the 30-day rolling VWAP. And we have not been able to reclaim that. We've even gotten some sort of a fake out above that. So that means that right now, Bitcoin is kind of in the middle of really being back to the same levels as July, which is basically what we want, or dropping down lower back to the same levels as we were at the beginning of August. Now, because of the fundamentals and because of the general market strength at this point of time, I would say it is most likely that Bitcoin, and I've said this in my last videos as well, but I would say it's most likely that Bitcoin will remain stable, and that during that stability, or maybe we'll have to remain stable for a bit longer, I do think we'll be able to reclaim that level at 117.3, right? The 30-day rolling VWAP, the 236 FIB, and that we'll be able to get back into that balance. So that is something I do expect. But when we're talking about the general crypto market right now, I don't think Bitcoin is the place you should be looking at. When Bitcoin dominance finds support, Bitcoin is the place to be looking at to potentially, cash out into, right? So if you have positions in altcoins right now, when Bitcoin dominance finds support, it could be a good idea to either park it in stablecoins, of course, or in Bitcoin, because Bitcoin will remain stable. And stability I do expect from Bitcoin, right? Stability, I think, is a given, at least if the fundamentals remain relatively similar as what they were yesterday. And at this point of time, I also do think we'll see more recovery or more bullish momentum, whatever you want to call it. I mean, on the higher time frames, Bitcoin also still looks great. So that is something I do expect. But like I said, at this point of time, there's no sign of a lot of momentum, right? So I think stability and boring price action is more likely on the short term, and then we'll be able to get back into 119, maybe 120,000, and then we'll talk about a potential breakout. I think that is a possibility, right? Especially that's also a possibility if the Bitcoin dominance finds support. That's the time that Bitcoin will outperform again, and where it will go for a new leg up, and that altcoins have to wait a bit. But we'll talk about that later. For now, I think that's what you need to know. Tomorrow, I'll keep you updated, or I will update you on all the news of next week that you need to know about. But that's it for now. So thank you for watching. Take care, and bye.